Hi, I'm James Howard Carr. Some of you may know me from several of the speaking roles I've had in recently produced Michigan films. Others may know me from my acting work in the Star Trek internet fan production, Star Trek Osiris. But I don't wish to speak about those things right now. Today, I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to tell you about my recently published children's book, Will My Daddy Ever Work Again? Now, it's not a memoir or an autobiography. It's not historical nonfiction, and it's not a romance or thrill-kill novel. This is a children's book with a purpose beyond entertainment, to help children and their parents who are experiencing emotional distress because of America's economic downturn. Will My Daddy Ever Work Again was written solely to help families living through long-term unemployment and financial difficulties. The book is a teaching tool to help parents discuss their family's problems with their young children, so to help their children better understand their circumstances and not to fear their family's uncertainties. To help the children ask questions about their family's difficulties, and to help the parents simply discuss and explain how these difficulties came about. Will My Daddy Ever Work Again is a uniquely told story. The storyteller is a 10-year-old child who describes the difficult experiences which the family is enduring in their lives. All situations presented are from a first-person child's perspective. However, what makes the story even more unusual is that it is told in gender-neutral terms. What this means is we do not know who the storyteller is by name, and we do not know if the storytelling child is a boy or a girl. As seen here in the cover of the book, the storyteller child is in outline, as he or she is shown throughout the book at each of the beginning of the chapters. The story is told in this manner, and the illustrations created in this way, so that any child being read the story by an adult, or any child reading the story on their own, can imagine themselves in the story as the storyteller. Will My Daddy Ever Work Again presents a family where both parents have lost their jobs, they have to sell one of their two vehicles, and eventually they have to sell their home. The young storyteller reveals all these unfortunate circumstances, yet the family copes through love and caring and understanding, which includes communication, conversation. Plus, other family and friends assist the family during their time of need. Will My Daddy Ever Work Again does have a happy ending, and that is the desired goal of every family experiencing similar personal difficulties. The story is based upon my family's similar experience during my early childhood, and the fact that I personally have experienced long-term unemployment several times in my adult life, and have been so for the past 7 years. That's right, I have been unemployed from the working world for the past 7 years. However, that is a story I don't wish to bother you with now. But please understand, I am not suggesting that the parents of such a young family, like that presented in the story, spend any of their limited funds on this book to help their children. No. I believe these unfortunate families should spend their money much more wisely on rent or the mortgage, utilities, food, medical expenses, and fuel to attend job career fairs or job interviews. What I do suggest is that grandparents, adult brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, adult cousins, close friends, or even former colleagues, all who have the financial wherewithal to consider purchasing the book and presenting it as a gift to a family in need, so it can assist the parents in communicating with their young children about the family's problems, and thereby, hopefully, making it easier and more comfortable for all of them to cope with. Will My Daddy Ever Work Again is available through Amazon.com. So if you know of a family having such difficulties, parents who are having difficulty discussing their unemployment and financial problems with their young children, and especially if you know children who are having difficulty understanding what is happening to their family, please visit my books page at Amazon.com and consider buying it as a gift. The combined cost for the book and shipping is less than one evening's dining out for the buyer at any nice restaurant wherever you may live. And if anyone wishes to contact me and share what they think of the book and share any stories of how the book may have helped parents and children, you can find myself and the book on Facebook, and you can email me at willmydaddy@sbcglobal.net. That's willmydaddy@sbcglobal.net. Again, my name is James Howard Carr. My children's book is entitled Will My Daddy Ever Work Again? It's available at Amazon.com. Thank you for your time and consideration.